Hi, konnichiwa minasan. This is your favorite blonde Asian, Sarah Kent, with your Japanese phrase of the day. Today we're talking about what we put at the end of a name in Japanese that makes it polite or friendly. So the one that you probably remember if you ever watched Karate Kid with Daniel-san, who learned karate from Miyagi-san. So it wasn't Mr. Miyagi, it was Miyagi-san. That san at the end of the name is a gender-neutral way to make it more polite what you're saying. Instead of Mr. and Mrs. Smith, it would be Smith-san, whether it's the male or female. So that is sa-san. Now, there's more. Sometimes you may hear sama, sama. So it could be Miyagi-sama, and that's a way to make the name or the person even more honorific. Not used every day, so we won't spend a lot of time there. Something that is used every day would be a way to address if it's a little girl or a little boy. So for example, Rei, typical Japanese girl's name, maybe Rei-chan, that's cha-n, Rei-chan. Or let's say it's Elena, Elena-chan, cha-n. So that would be for a little girl. Now, if it's a boy, for example, Hiroshi, typical Japanese boy's name, it would be Hiroshi-kun. And let's see, or Akira-kun is another one. So that is just kun. If we were to add this to the end of an American name, so let's say it was Michaela-chan or Trevor-kun, Jackson-kun, so that would be a way. So the kun is for a boy, chan is for a girl. Occasionally, I've heard of some instances where women may put even the kun at the end of their name. I would say that's not very typical. It does happen though. So just remember, if you're using chan for the girl or kun for the boy, make sure that you're on pretty good terms with these people, right? Because this is just for a casual conversation, your friends. In a typical setting, putting san at the end of the name is always the best route to go. And now if you're still listening, just something fun that's different in Japanese, that's a little known fact. Typically in Japanese, things were in the olden, even today, but, in the olden days especially, it was written from top to bottom, from right to left. So that meant that your top portion would be your last name, and then your bottom portion is your first name. So, myoji is your last name. Shita no namae is literally saying your bottom name, as in it comes after your last name. But really, shita no namae is what we say in English is your first name. So my name being Sarah Kent, if I were to write it in Japanese as it's traditionally written, it would be Kento Seira. Some people that have the name Sarah pronounce their name Sara, but I don't like it because my cousins used to tease me that it was Sara as in plate, and that made me cry when I was little. So I said, no, I'm Seira as in Seira Muno Seira, because I thought that sounded cooler. But, that's a whole nother bitter diatribe. Just kidding. But so just remember, so Kento would be my last name. So that's my myoji, myoji. That's for last name. Myoji, myoji. And then my first name, if I'm looking at it, is going to be actually below where the last name is written. So in Japanese, we call that your shita no namae. And that means in English, your first name. It's a little confusing. But so my first name is Sarah. So in Japanese, I would say, watashi no shita no namae wa Seira desu. So let's go through that word for first name. Shita no namae. Shita no namae. One more time. Shita no namae. Shita no namae. That's Japanese for your first name. So that was a lot of talk about how to introduce yourself a little bit, and how to say your first and last name, and what you can add on the end of a boy or a girl's name, or a polite Mr. or Mrs. So anyway, until next time, また一日頑張りましょう、皆さん。バイバイ。